Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Innovating with Google Docs Part 2. In Part 1, we looked at how to create hyperdocs. Today, we're going to look at how to create choice boards, which are great additions to hyperdocs when it gets to that extend section. Let's get started. Okay, so first, why even use choice boards? So we know as teachers that our students learn in different ways. They could be kinesthetic, visual, auditory, reading, writing, creative. There's all sorts of different ways for them to learn. So because there's all those different ways for them to learn, that also means that there's all these different ways that they can be assessed to show that they understand. So when we use choice boards, we give students voice and choice. We make their learning self-centered, student-centered learning. It's a powerful assessment tool, and it allows for flexibility and differentiation. And when we make it digital, we save copies and save time. And it gives us access to so many more resources that we don't always have readily available right at our fingertips. Okay, so let's talk about how to build a choice board step by step. If you've ever built a choice board before, the steps are pretty similar. The only difference is going to come in with step 5, which we'll get to. If not, let's walk through the steps together. First, you're going to want to identify your focus, just like every great lesson plan starts out. Then you're going to create a 3x3 grid. You can create any size you want, but 3x3 is a great place to start. You're going to fill each box with different activities. They're going to showcase what your student learned. Fourth, you're going to make sure you provide variety. Some should have writing, some creative, some researching, collaborating, presenting, reflecting. Fifth, and this is the one that makes it different, is we're now going to be able to connect it to online resources and Google tools. You can connect this doc to a Google form. You can connect it to a Google slide, to another doc, to a sheet, all sorts of different ways for your students to have this Google hub where they're storing and accessing information. Sixth, make sure it's aligned to the same standard. Your choice board starts to get confusing when you have different standards throughout, and it also gets really hard for you to align it so you can make sure that they're picking something from each standard. 7, make sure you review and refine it. Make sure all those links work, that there's clarity and there's balance. And 8, share with your students and get them excited about learning. Now, the reason I did this video second, right after hyperdocs, is that this choice board can naturally put itself right into that extend section of a hyperdoc. After your students have done all the learning, you can put a choice board just like this where they can choose how they want to show you what they've learned. Okay, so here's an example of a poetry choice board. I told the students to choose 3 activities in a row, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, and I have a simple 3x3 grid. I've picked 9 different activities for them to do to show their mastery of poetry. And each of them shows it in a different and unique way, which is allowing us to hit those different learning modalities. Each one also includes a link. Some of them are a link where the student can upload a recording of themselves reading a poem naturally with expression and fluency. Some are links to quizzes like Kahoot. Some are links to my Google Classroom where I want students to turn this in. Some are links to a Google form where students are able to turn in something. But you can see that all of it has a link, which is what makes it a digital choice board. And it's showing mastery of the same topic, which is poetry, in different ways. So you may be thinking, oh my goodness, I have to find 9 different resources now. No, reuse what you have. You're using the same material, but in a way that's going to get your students engaged and excited. Okay, so how did I build this board? Super easy. You made a table, chose 3x3, and that was it. Everything else is as easy as typing in headings, creating your formatting that you want with your font and your colors, and then just finding resources to clip and link. Okay, guys, that was it. A simple video, but a really powerful tool that will help your students to truly show what they have learned in an authentic way. Now it is your turn. On the next slide, check out those Thompson tips And then look at that checklist as you work to make your very own choice board. I've also linked the slide that shows step by step what to do, as well as a link to this choice board here to get you inspired. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video where we discuss how to innovate with Google Sheets. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to help you get closer and closer to being that Google master. See you then.